Hello and welcome to this week's Real Estate Report on the Finance News Network. I'm Melissa Beaumont-Lee. This week we continue our series looking at suburbs with the most affordable median prices in 2010, with a focus on two suburbs in the ACT. We speak with Joe Brown, Director of NRAS Real Estate, about the National Rental Affordability Scheme investment opportunities. And in our tax tip, we look at how the Australian Taxation Office tracks capital gains tax avoidance. But first, let's catch up on the latest property news with Lelda Smits.
The latest report on Australia's rental rates has delivered good news for property investors. According to RP Data's March quarter rental review, weekly rates increased 1.4% across the nation and 2.7% in capital cities over the last 12 months. The Pilbara in Western Australia recorded the most expensive rents of all markets at $1,650 per week for houses, underpinned by strong demand from resource sector workers, while the cheapest capital city rents for houses are in Adelaide at $325 per week. Based on median weekly advertised rents, RP Data says capital city house rents are now $380 per week, with the median rate for units $375 per week. Nationally, the median rent for a house is $360 per week, while a unit rents for $355 per week. RP Data forecasts that rental demand will continue to rise throughout the year, resulting in more increases in rental rates.
This week we continue our series looking at suburbs with the most affordable median prices in 2010, with a focus on two suburbs in the ACT. First, let's look at Crace, located 10 kilometres north of Canberra's central business district. The suburb is on the fringe of the inner north. It's a new suburb nestled between the existing suburbs of Girralang and Palmerston, bordered by the Nurdur Drive, the Barton Highway and Gundaroo Drive. Crace has been awarded the title of most affordable because 15% of dwellings built in the new suburb are designated to be low-cost affordable housing. These affordable dwellings are being released for sale every few months. Construction in Crace started in 2009 and currently 90 homes have been built. 1,800 dwellings in total will be sold in the next 3 years, including 1,300 suburban lots, 300 terraces and 200 apartments. Turning to the figures, houses in Crace recorded the capital's most affordable median price in 2010 of $379,000. 14 properties were sold in the year. Our next suburb is Charnwood. It's located 16 kilometres northwest of Canberra's CBD. With a population of 3,017 in the last census, the suburb is bordered by Ginninderra Drive, Tilliard Drive and Kerrigan Street. The suburb has many 3- and 4-bedroom freestanding houses, as well as 2-bedroom townhouses. Because of the way the suburb was initially planned, for every house to face common parklands, many of the streets are cul-de-sacs. Pedestrian bridges can be used to cross the few major streets. Charnwood is home to Charnwood Dunlop Primary School and the local Catholic primary school. There's also a local shopping centre. Turning to the figures, and houses in Charnwood recorded the capital's second most affordable median price in 2010 of $385,000. 51 properties were sold in the year. Let's now turn to our interview. This week we speak with Joe Brown, Director of NRAS Real Estate, about the National Rental Affordability Scheme investment opportunities.
The creation of the National Rent Affordability Scheme, which we call NRAS, was launched in 2008 by the federal government. It's a national scheme, and it was to increase the supply of affordable rental dwellings, to reduce rental costs for low to moderate income households, and to encourage large-scale investment and delivery of affordable housing. Fortunately, now it's become available for the private investor to partake in NRAS and purchase a property. And what's in it for them is a $9,140 tax-free incentive paid annually every year for 10 years, rising with the rental component of CPI, and it's tax-free. And in a nutshell, what the investor does is reduces his rent by 20%, which could equate to $80 a week, and in return, 9140 equates to $175 tax-free per week. So as you can see, it can push a negative geared property into a positive cash flow position. So for the investor, it's fantastic. And when we look at our NRAS opportunities, New South Wales have not really got behind NRAS as much as the other states, but we look at areas like Brisbane and Melbourne where we have 1 and 2 bedders available close to the CBD areas, and then we can go out to our outer suburbs for our house land property investors, where they can purchase their 3 and 4 bedroom homes. Very proactive in Western Australia, Queensland, the regional areas, because of the resource boom. The government have been very proactive. South Australia have come into play at the end of last year. We're now waiting for these properties to come out onto the market for the investor. It has started. We've got great stock now, and also Darwin as well.
And now to the tax tip of the week from Depreciator, the tax depreciation schedule specialists. This week we asked the question, how does the ATO track the capital gains tax owing on a property? The answer is data matching. Last September, the Tax Office requested that state and territory authorities provide updated identity and transaction details relating to property title transfers for the past 11 years. This updated information is then matched to identify non-compliance with capital gains tax, income tax, and goods and services tax obligations. As always, do remember to consult with a tax accountant or tax professional before making any tax-related decisions. And that's the Real Estate Report for Monday the 18th of April. Thanks for joining us. I'm Melissa Beaumont-Lee for the Finance News Network.